let's talk about how I made $1,041 in only 15 minutes. I have to go on a road trip. I'm at my parents' house, see how lovely it is. Obviously, YouTube, you can't see it. TikTok, you guys can't. I left my mouse at home, so I'm gonna try to do this video with just one hand. But I caught this beautiful trade this morning. I might trade with Antonio still. We're leaving at 11:45 to head to my aunt's house in North Carolina. So if he has a trade before that, I might get on it. But part of me is like, you had a good day, get off the charts. But part of me is like, I want to do 1,000 my trade, make $1,000 his trade. So I went up. I was trading 15 mini micro contracts. So now I'm just trading 2 minis. So basically, if you don't know, micros are $5 per tick, minis are $50 per tick. So now I was trading 15, I was trading $75 per tick, and now I'm trading $200 per tick. So 15 is the max contracts you can use with Top Step. So I can't go, like I wish I could do like a 2.5, like do that would be like what? That would be 25 contracts. Because I can't, if I want to keep going up in leverage, I have to either just do 2 minis or the bigger ones, or 3 or 4, and just keep going up that way. And just like kind of like adding $100 per tick each, or $50 per tick each time. So I got on the charts. There was no news at 8:30 today, so we could get in. I did get in. Let's talk about it. We had liquidity here, 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 liquidity here and here. When I got on the charts, we were at this blue candle. So we were already mostly of the way down, but on the hourly chart, you know that these moves can still be big, as you see on the 1 minute. So on the 5 minute, there was a green fair value gap here. So once we inversed it, I was confident. So I don't trade or enter on inverse fair value gaps, but now I kind of know how to use them. So we had a green one here that I didn't know after I already got in. So it's like, ooh, if we could bounce off of it, and that's what this was. And that's why I say, if you see fair value gaps, like they'll usually, or order blocks, they'll show you where it should bounce off of, but you should be confident in your conviction that it's going down. So it bounced off the green fair value gap in the 5 minute, came up, and then continued down. Once we inversed it, I was like, oh yeah, we are Gucci. So then the problem was I got impatient again. So I got on, this was the fair value gap that was made because I missed this one. I had my original entry here and I thought it was going to come back because sometimes it doesn't. So I got in like down here, as you see where my entry was at the bottom. I tried to get in like at the top of this one and it kept going down. So I moved it down. So my entry wasn't bad, but it wound up going up and tapping me in. So this is why you have patience. When I went my entry here, my stop loss was like above here. And then I moved it. And then once we hit, I had a TP here, as you see, at this swing low, I moved my stop loss to break even. And then I let the other one ride to my ultimate liquidity point. So I have started doing, even though I said I wasn't, multiple TPs just to get the emotions good. Like I feel like my emotions, it helps your emotions. Obviously I would have made what? Probably 1,600 on this trade if I just sold them both at the end. This little sideways messed me up. But again, if you have a take profit one, which I realize even TJR does, he does, like if he's in a trade, like the first swing low, take profit one, take profit two, take profit three is a bunch, and then you just secure your profits. So it helps with like, yeah, you might not make more money per se, but you'll secure profits instead of losing. So I got out here and moved stop loss to break even. So now I made my money, however much that was at this time, probably like what, $400. And then I don't lose any more than that. So you're always at least making a little bit. And then obviously your big gains, you're making the other half. So that's why I like that. So yeah, great trade. Was in at 820, done at 843. Can't beat it. Trust your conviction. The EMA added, the 50 EMA added helped so much. Yeah, you just get on the chart on the 1 hour and you see where it's already going. There's all these fair value gaps. So I was kind of nervous to want to come up here, but on the hourly, it doesn't really do that. It tapped into this one and went down. So we're good. Now if it wants to come back and tap into these, we're good. So for YouTube people, this is all you're gonna see. And for TikTok people, if I do trade Antonio's trade, I will add it. But the point of this trade for YouTube is just to show that I made $1,000 in 15 minutes, because that's very possible on my own. And yeah, maybe we'll be another 1,000 today. Antonio's trades are not every 15 minutes, so that's why there's no point of adding it to the end of this YouTube video. But for TikTok people, I'll add it if I take it. That's why I always say play these downs to the draw liquidity, play the retracements, don't wait for the draw liquidity. Now we might get market structure shift here, is what my old strategy was, but I like playing the draw to it because this happens 100% of the time and or way faster. And as a beginner, our emotions sometimes can't handle that trade. Like I sold early yesterday. Antonio sold at a take profit yesterday that was like the same as mine with my emotions. But technically, if you're an ICT trader, we would have held that trade to all-time highs. Or not all-time highs, but all the liquidity, the highest liquidity was here yesterday. We were held all the way there versus me and Antonio. We sold like here. So I took the trade down yesterday, and then Antonio, we took the trade up and sold kind of like down here. And we should have sold at the highs of the day, basically.